What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the May 2023 Albuquerque Sunport International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's videos. Today we have a very exciting Albuquerque update in store for you guys. We got some various aircraft changes, some more inconsistent mainline from all carriers, and all kinds of fun items to dive into in today's video. I really hope you guys are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Why don't we change it up and start back here on the other side of the terminal? We're going to start over here with Terminal A because, yes, always nice to change up these Albuquerque updates and give it some nice variety. So let's go ahead and get started. So right here we do have a new visitor. This is going to be the Mesa Airlines Bombardier CRJ-900 operating on the behalf of United Express, or I guess it would be the other way around in terms of United Express operating on behalf of Mesa Airlines. Nevertheless, the CRJ-900 is a new face for United as they are flying these predominantly out of Houston Intercontinental, which is where this aircraft is going to be going today. These made early debuts here at the Albuquerque Sunport International Airport. They were expecting a June inauguration and they've been filing in as early as mid last month. So they certainly got them over quick from American, and I'm glad to see that they're doing really well with these. So this guy's out to Houston today, and yeah, really cool to have these here. I think they'll be a pivotal asset. Unfortunate to lose that antenna right there for the Mesa. You know, the CRJ antennas, they're good and bad. I think they're a little big, but at the same time, when they fall out, I guess there's nothing to really complain about since it's gone and there's just a hole there now. So what can I say? But nevertheless, this guy's currently heading over to Houston. Currently, you're going to find up there on top of your screen, this is going to be the Boutique PC-12. This guy's going to be making a non-stop service today coming in from the one only Carlsbad, New Mexico. It's been a really cool route here for us here at the Sunport, and I've really enjoyed seeing the progression of it. So a very nice effort right there, and that is looking very good. Let's see if I can get this camera fixed. There we go right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get started with the Southwest section. This is really abnormal considering that we usually never start with the Southwest airplanes. But again, we're trying to have some fun with it, change it up a little bit. So absolutely love to see it. Or actually, camera is not fixed yet. Let me see if I can get it fixed. It does the macro mode, which is so annoying. There we go, finally. And it makes the camera shaky and the quality gets suppressed. It's more for the fisheye type pictures that the iPhone's supposed to take. So anyways, with all that being said though, let's go ahead and jump into this. So here's the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery. This is one of the best aircraft out there in the United States, in my opinion. I'm still really wanting to catch it. This guy's currently making a non-stop flight as we do have some changes here for Southwest Airlines, which is very exciting. Kansas City is now a daily service, which is super cool. They've really been expanding on that Kansas City ops as of late, as with the new terminal now they've been increasing quite a few Saturday only destinations and Saturday Sundays up to daily services. Now Albuquerque is getting the benefits of that, so really cool to see Kansas City going strong. So that's where he's heading out to today. This guy's currently going to be making a Saturday only service over to Baltimore, which will also be a daily flight starting in the fall, which is very exciting. So certainly stoked for that, and that'll be a really good addition here at the airport. And Southwest continue to make moves here at the Sunport. Speaking of moves, here's the Boeing 737-700. This is in the California 1 livery. I do need to add scimitars to this model, but nevertheless, this guy is currently making a non-stop service today, coming in from, let's bring him in from Burbank, and now he's going to be heading on over to Denver, Colorado today. It's been really cool to see both those services going really well. Burbank now quite a bit over a year old. It's about a year and a half old now, so glad to see that they've been doing really well with that, and again, excited to see where they can progress here in the future. And this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 is currently making a non-stop service today coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be heading over to Dallas Love Field. A couple other services right there that have been doing very well, so certainly glad to get to see that. Starting over here with the other side, the Terminal A, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700. This guy's in the Heart livery with the blended winglets. Currently making a non-stop service today coming in from Phoenix Sky Harbor, and now it's going to be heading on over to Oakland. Two other routes that are also doing very good, along with many others. So it's certainly been very cool to see how well these routes have been doing. Very nice. And this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 is in the Colorado 1 livery. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop service today, coming in right now from San Jose, and now it's going to be heading over to Long Beach is not on the schedule yet. Long Beach is going to be a new route that's beginning very soon. This aircraft's going to be making, I don't know why, I have the Reno Southwest routes over here, so I apologize about that. Sorry about that, but nevertheless, this aircraft's going to be continuing over to, we don't have San Antonio yet on the Saturday only service. Salt Lake City, that's our very unique Southwest route. So looking good there. Again, sorry about the variety there with the Southwest routes. I just always get Albuquerque, Reno, and Orange County super confused. So sorry about that, and I'm sorry about my iPhone that is unwilling to cooperate, but there we go. Currently pushing back right here from Alpha 7, we do have the Spirit Airlines Airbus A320neo. This aircraft's making the daily service out to Las Vegas, Nevada. That's been another route that's been doing super well for all the airlines. I think Spirit's doing pretty good with it, so I'm so glad to see that, and hopefully they'll be able to continue that going into the summer. So this aircraft's looking very good right here. Alrighty, so we have quite a bit of inconsistent mainline to assess here, so let's go ahead and get into this. Currently hanging out right here, this should be gate Alpha 3. We have the United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9. This is going to be our service today, and from, I believe this was coming in, this might have been Houston, but I thought it was Denver. Let me check here. This aircraft is coming in from Denver, indeed. It is a Denver flight. That's what I thought. I was getting confused there because I had the RJ for Houston and all that. But this aircraft's coming in from Denver today, which is super nice to get to see that they've been doing good with that service. Predominantly 737s, but you will find a couple Airbuses in there as well. So really cool to get the MAX on regularly scheduled service as well. I think this might be the first time Albuquerque has had the 737 MAX on a scheduled service for United. So really cool. Of course, we've had several substitutions over the last several months, but it's really cool to see them actually regularly filing in. So United MAX 9 service out to Denver, looking very good right there. Very pleased with that effort. They've been doing that at a couple other cities too, so I'm glad to see United really expanding on their newer fleet here into some of these smaller mid-sized airports like the Sunport. Speaking of which, here we have the United Airlines Boeing 737-700 this time in the Evo blue colors. This aircraft's currently making a non-stop flight today in from Chicago O'Hare. They've been doing very good with that service. United currently is flying mainline as they have been pretty much for the whole year. These other West Coast mid-sized airports, they typically do not run more frequencies. They end up running more airplanes, bigger aircraft. That's what I was looking for. So that's what we have here with the 737-700. A beautiful airplane. Super glad to have this from NG Models. Came out about 2 years ago now, so it's been a pivotal asset, and I've really enjoyed it. And United has quite a few of these, honestly, so they're kind of trying to match Southwest in terms of the 737 King, but Southwest will always take that for forever and always until they're gone, so looking very good. Transitioning on over into the B concourse right here at B1, we have the American Airlines Boeing 737-800. Sorry, can't get Southwest off my mind. Making a trip port for them, also talking about their 737-700s. This is a 737-800 by NG Models, however, and this aircraft is currently making the non-stop service today in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and he's going to be heading back out there. Dallas has been pretty consistent with the American 737, which is really cool. There also is a 4 p.m. arrival that has the flight number AA9, which I thought was really cool. So American Airlines Flight 9 does fly into Albuquerque, which is pretty cool considering that, you'd think the lower numbers would be used on more of their international flagship routes, but we do have it here at Albuquerque, so that's really cool, and I'm certainly very pleased to see that. So like I said, this aircraft is currently heading back over to DFW. Next up, we have the gate Alpha 3. I'm trying not to say the in front of everything because I typically do that for the aircraft, so sorry if my grammar is going whack with these updates. But nevertheless, here at gate Alpha 3, we have that's where I'm saying it comes in, the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-170 operating on behalf of Envoy Air coming in from Chicago O'Hare. Really cool to see this, as I believe the 170 is a new addition for that route. It's been bouncing back and forth between Envoy 175s and mainline over the last couple months, and it's actually a 170 this month. So that's really cool for the variety's sake. So hopefully the Envoy Retro is able to make it in, which would be a nice addition to say the least. This route's been doing really good. They've been competing well against United, and they will be bringing back some mainline from my research very shortly. So that'll certainly be a nice addition. I'm certainly excited to see where American go from here, but nevertheless, this 170's over to O'Hare. Chilling out right here, gate Alpha 5. So here's the gate change. There was a little bit of a gate change from the previous update. So let me get it out of macro so I can show you. So here's what's happened. Sorry that I didn't pick up on this till now. I've been trying to reassess all my gate situations at all the airports because a couple gates have changed in my model airports. So here's what we currently have. Alpha 7's not been used lately. This is typically an Alaska gate. I'm sure they would use it again if they end up overnighting 2 planes. Alaska's been using gate A9, which is this one right here where Delta used to park. And because Volaris and Frontier are both gone now, well, Volaris has been gone for a long time, but the last operator to use that gate was Frontier right here. Delta has since moved their third overnight to that gate, Alpha 8. And as such, Alaska's not here, so I'm not sure if they're waiting for another airline to take this gate. Southwest also has been using gate Alpha 7 with Spirit parks for overnights because they don't overnight here. So that's Spirit's gate, but Southwest does use it too. All the rest of the gates should be pretty similar. American usually only does use 2 gates here. I did have them using Alpha 5 previously. They have not done that lately, so I just have them using these 2 and A4 for their third overnight because they did not overnight in Austin flights. So anyways, this gate is open here, and then Alpha 5's where JetBlue currently parks. I had JetBlue, I think I had them here in Alaska here. I got it completely backwards. So nevertheless, this should be the correct layout now. As here at gate Alpha 5, we have the JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 in the high-rise tail. This guy's currently coming in from New York John F. Kennedy. It's really cool to see that JetBlue's now been flying to the Sunport for 10 years now. They started in 2013, and they've held really strong. I would love to see them start a Los Angeles service or maybe even a Fort Lauderdale on Saturdays or something. I think they have a bunch of potential, but the New York service is definitely of benefit to the resume. I think they're doing really good with that. Let me see if I get the camera out of macro because I know that shaking has to be annoying, or at least it's annoying to me. Macro, come on. I don't want to have to split the video. I'm determined. See, if I can just get the focus on something more practical, then... Come on. All right, I give up. There we go. All right. So this JetBlue, like I was saying, really cool to get to see this right here, and very excited to see that they've been here for 10 years now, which is super cool. And I'm excited to see where they go from here. So this Airbus A320 out to New York. Here's the beautiful Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 in their new gate home. It kind of sucks because this gate's really definitely the worst lit here on the model airport. Anyways, this is currently coming in from Portland, which has been a 5-weekly 737 MAX 9, which has been a very interesting complement to the schedule here. So that's exactly what we have here. So he's currently loading up service up to Portland. Very cool to get to see this. I'm kind of surprised he didn't do like a 737-800 daily or even 737-700, but we do have the MAX 9 here on the daily service over to Portland. So very cool to see this. This is a beautiful airplane. I'm super glad to have it here by GeminiJets. Very nice model. All right, currently loading up right here. Gate, this should be Alpha 10. It's going to be our Delta Airlines Airbus A321 has returned from last month with service out to Lance Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. It's been really cool to get to see Delta bouncing between the various mainline aircraft, and spoiler alert, they're going to be doing more of that. I'm going to keep the secrets for the next update, but I will say expect some changes here next month. But very cool to see that Delta is really getting the variety in. It's certainly nice for plane spotters. Whether it's as practical for the routes, that's kind of a to be determined subject, but hopefully it's going good. But yeah, the 321's been a major player here at the Sunport, and it's only going to do more of that going into the summer. So certainly nice to get to see that, and I'm excited for the future there. Another route that I've been super glad to see be sustained here on the main line is the Delta Airlines A321 SLC service to Salt Lake City, Utah. They've been doing the 3 daily flights, 2 175s, and then this 321 overnights, which is very cool. There was also a really cool scheduled tweak, which also United's doing this on another one of their flights. Instead, on Saturday and Sundays of Delta flying 3 flights, they actually only fly 2 flights. There's a 175 that arrives at, it's like 1 o'clock or something like that in the early part of the day. That's consistent. But then usually on weekdays, they have a 175 that arrives at 7 p.m. and then it's like 10:30 or 11 when the next A321 comes in. On Saturdays and Sundays, instead of the second daily flight, which is the 7 p.m. arrival, being a 175, it's actually a 321, and then there is no additional third flight of the day. So instead of the 175 coming in at that time, they have the 321 come in and no additional overnight, which is very interesting, as I think that really helps in terms of trying to maximize your capacity there. So you pretty much mesh 2 flights that aren't going to be as popular. Oh my gosh, I found the Mesa antenna. I'm sorry guys, it's a huge interruption, but look at that. Mesa antenna has been found. So we are going to deviate from the airport update because the antenna is very important. So here's how to install an antenna when you somehow find it. All right, so here's the Mesa CRJ900. I'm going to take my finger right here and put it right there, and it's going to be hopefully as simple as this. Can I get it first try? Yes, I can. And then I'm going to flip it around, and just like that, Mesa has an antenna. I don't know if that's the correct one. It looks like it's a little bit more stubby. I really don't care though. It's great to have an antenna for it, and I'm really glad to have that fixed. So, because that's a really cool model, and yeah, I got super duper lucky on that. I looked for about 20 minutes yesterday to try to find that when I was setting up the airport. But nevertheless, obviously that did not work. Deviation complete though. What I was saying about that is super cool to see them maximizing capacity, and super nice to see that they're making good strides there. So like I said, this aircraft's out to SLC, Salt Lake City, Utah. Delta's new homes here at Gate Alpha 8. Is this Alpha? No, Alpha 6, excuse me. Delta's new home is here at Alpha 6 with the Emerald 170 pushing back with service out to Los Angeles, California. Certainly nice to get to see this substituting for an aircraft we all know and love dearly. I'm really excited to see. Hopefully GeminiJets make that in the future, or who knows at this point. But I would love to see them round out the RJs, because if they could do that, that would be a big step towards the right direction in terms of getting all of them. They just did the Republic 175, so what can I say on that? It's cool to see all the house liveries. I don't know how much I'll be able to use the Republic in my airports that aren't great planes, but we'll have to see. But nevertheless, this Delta 170s obviously filling in for the SkyWest 175 out to LAX here at the new gate, which is really cool here at Alpha 6, which is a very nice gate right here, and I absolutely love the effort. So looking good, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Our last aircraft at the terminal is typically where we start, and there's no major deviations here. This is American Eagle Embraer J-175. This guy's currently operating for SkyWest Airlines today, coming in from Los Angeles, California, and is going to be heading back out there. It's been a very good route for us, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So a very nice effort, and that's looking very good there, to say the least. Right here, we currently have 2 BizJet aircraft hanging out here today at the Sunport. We have a Learjet 75 that's making a non-stop service coming in today from Lawton, Oklahoma, and now he's going to be making a flight over to Palm Springs, California. And then we have the ExoJet Citation X currently coming in from Dallas Love Field, and now it's going to be heading on over to Seattle, Washington, which is very nice. N2C TAC, that is. So 2 beautiful aircraft. I really hope to expand this summer on my BizJet fleet. So hopefully we'll be seeing that. But again, it's been so busy. So we'll do our best, though. I hope to expand into that. All right, next in line, we have the beautiful McConnell KC-135. I saw that they just did a Kansas Air National Guard future release, which is very exciting. I might have to pick that up, even though I already got the McConnell, but the Kansas one has a super sick flag, so we'll see. Anyways, this 135 here is just doing some typical training missions. He was just parked up for a little bit so that they could refuel, and now he's going to be heading back out for some more training missions, so that's exactly what we have going for that guy. All right, here we have the Prime Air 737-800. Of course, this has been our new flagship. This is coming in right now from Cincinnati. Been really cool to see this, and hopefully we'll get an upgrade soon. I think a 767 would be very cool, but I'm not complaining with a 737-800 freighter here, so that's really nice. I also hope to get the ATR, as I believe those are still consistently flying in from Fort Alliance Airport. That would be in Fort Worth, so hopefully I'll be able to pick that up from JC Wings' release. Just haven't got a chance to yet, but looking very good right there. And then right here we have our conga line of our flagship UPS carriers, flagship cargo carriers, the ones that are real legacies. So here's our UPS Boeing 757-200 freighter. This is currently coming in from Dallas Fort Worth, and we'll send them on over to El Paso. It's been really nice to see the variety here that UPS has demonstrated, so that's exactly what we're observing here. And our 2 beautiful 767s, because you can't go wrong with the 76. Here's the 767 freighter for UPS, currently coming in on the turn from Louisville. He arrives a few minutes before the FedEx does, so that's why he just got the cargo deloaded. Deloaded is, oh my gosh. How about unloaded? That sounds better. And just arriving in a few minutes after that cargo got unloaded. Here we have the FedEx Express Boeing 767-300. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. It was not letting me click the screen, and it just randomly ended the video. I don't know why. I have like 500 gigabytes worth of videos on this phone, and it's running out, so I need to get them on my hard drive. Anyways, this FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 freighter is currently making a non-stop service today, coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. He just got in. Fuel truck has just arrived, and he'll be getting unloaded very soon, so looking very good. All right, here we go. Currently taxiing out for departure. Just got done with his turnaround. Is the United Airlines Airbus E319. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop service in from San Francisco, California today. Really cool to see not only this daily, but also on 4 times a week, they have an additional 175 overnight flight, which is really cool. So they're certainly finding plenty of there's certainly plenty of demand there, and they're using all their resources to capitalize on that. So that's really cool to get to see, and I think they're doing a really good job on that route. So it is a monopoly after all, so they do have quite a bit of flexibility on what they want to do there. So, but I'm glad to see that they're doing well with it, and I'm excited to see where it goes here in the future, of course. This Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-800 is currently taxiing out for departure. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop flight out to Seattle, Washington today. Another very good route for us here. Not too much variety. It's just been 1 mainline flight a day. Pretty simple. Alaska, obviously a big player here at the Albuquerque Sunport International Airport. I'm excited to see where they go from here. Maybe they add a new route at some point. I feel like it would be really cool, but it's been a while since I believe we had San Diego, and I don't think we had any. I think it was just San Diego we had. I don't think we had anything else. I could be wrong, but still very cool to see this at the very least. Holding short of runway 08 is the American Eagle Embraer D-175. This aircraft is currently making the non-stop service today, coming in from Austin Bertram International Airport, and is going to be heading back out there. Austin's been a very successful flight for us as of late. I'm sorry, I just realized. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was like, where's the Phoenix flight? The Phoenix flight's about to come up. Anyways, what I was saying here, though, is it's really cool to see that Austin is now 2 daily, which is really impressive. So they're certainly finding a really good market there. 1 aircraft comes in at 10 a.m., which maybe just a touch early, but about right, and then it leaves at a very good time. The other aircraft overnights, comes in about 10 p.m., and I think it leaves about 7. So very nice to get to see how well Austin's doing, and I'm excited to see where they can go from here. Our final aircraft is the Phoenix flight. Ironically, here's the American Airlines Airbus E320 with CFM engines. As I was saying, coming in from the Sky Harbor Phoenix. That is very nice to get to see the 320 doing well here. American's mainline has been super inconsistent on this service. We're seeing 319s, 320s, 737s, and all the regional jets. So they're certainly sending a healthy plethora of variety. So that's what we're representing here with the American E320. And just like that, will do for today's Albuquerque Sunport International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, as there was quite a few moving pieces. Be sure to stay on the lookout for next month, as we're going to have some major changes, including the Delta section especially is going to be seeing a massive change, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm definitely very excited to see that, so that'll be really fun. And there'll also be some other various changes to come throughout, so definitely stay on the lookout for that. The Albuquerque Instagram's been going pretty strong. They've been posting some quality content, so that's been cool to see. And we do have some Southwest route changes coming up soon, including Baltimore coming daily in the fall, Long Beach starting in September for the fall as well. We'll have Kansas City's going to be consistent, which is awesome. And next month, San Antonio Saturday service returns, so that'll be really cool, along with all the other services they already haven't stated. So I'm excited to see where it goes here for Southwest. I think they have a very bright future ahead. I'm really looking forward to the future here at Albuquerque Sunport International Airport. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.